Hey, what's up guys, it's me again and welcome back to my channel Mayta What Ifs. Today I am back with a new story. The name of the story is What If Naruto Saw His Whole Life in a Dream? And yeah guys, it is an unscripted story and my own idea. Now before continuing this, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, and follow me on my other channel as well. And without any further ado, let's begin with our today's story. PS, a small detail, this is a fun kind of story, so don't take this too seriously. Just enjoy it. Our story begins 8 years after the Kyuubi attack in Konoha Gakure no Sato. In nighttime, the whole village civilians were asleep, and amongst them was one such kid who was also tossing left and right in his bed as if he was having a nightmare. But reality was far from that. He was living his own memories which he had never seen before. In them he was growing, seeing the village, everyone he knew, and they were changing. He saw himself graduating after finding out that one of his sensei was a traitor and reprimanding him while saving the other one. And then he saw his team, Sasuke Uchiha, Sakura Haruno, his crush, and then their sensei Kakashi Hatake. Their journey from the Genin days all the way to the point of Chunin exams in which they fought Orochimaru disguised as a Genin, and then the finale of the Chunin exams fighting Gaara and stuff, and the One Tails. In the end, his Gigi dying, the third Hokage Hiruzen Sarutobi. It all felt real to Naruto. If this was a nightmare, he was trying so hard to wake up, but he couldn't. And then he saw himself meeting with Jiraiya and them going on a journey to find Tsunade Senju, who became his Bachan after a lot of trial and error, as well as beating with Orochimaru and defeating him. After that, Tsunade returned and became the 5th Hokage, but that is when Sasuke Uchiha, his teammate, betrayed Konoha and he was sent with a team. His friends left behind, one after the other, and he was the only one facing him. Naruto faced him and in the end lost because he promised Sakura that he will bring Sasuke back unharmed. After that, he saw that he woke up and went on a training trip, which took him 3 years to return, and that is when everything began to spiral down. Gaara got attacked, his friend, who he defeated in the Chunin exams. He was able to save him, but not his Biju. It was at a cost that Gaara's life was saved. And then, one after the other, the attacks began to happen, and in the end, Chunin exam were near, and Naruto decided to participate in them because he still wasn't a Chunin, and that is when he heard the news that Jiraiya was dead. Naruto became depressed and went to Mount Miyaboku to train and become the sage because the Tours requested it. While he did so, the village was attacked by the Akatsuki. They almost destroyed it if Naruto hadn't come back in nick of time. After a fierce battle, Naruto was able to defeat and convince Pain, after going through hell, to stop what he was doing. Afterwards, Naruto also saw that he was winded up in the prison, the blood prison, to stop a conspiracy. Turns out he was on a mission there, which he wasn't revealed that it was in fact a mission. Afterwards, the fourth war happened, and he saw many of the people die. And in the end, he saw himself almost dying in an exhaustion state fighting Sasuke Uchiha. And that is when his alarm bell rang and he woke up, shooting up from his bed. What the hell was that? Said Naruto. And then he looked towards his bed, and it looked like someone had pissed on it because it was drenched in his sweat. Naruto gulped and with shaky hands went to kitchen, using the tap water to drink as much water as he could to calm his nerves, but it wasn't calming down. He sat down, reminiscing everything that he has seen up until to the point that he has woken up. Thank God, for the first time in my life I'm grateful that I have that dang alarm clock. Wait, why did that feel so real though? As Naruto then realized something, he could test it out. Not by going outside, not by doing any jutsu, but by talking. Simply, Kurama, are you still here? How do you know that name, kid? Said a voice. So it is true. What are you talking about? You haven't answered me yet. As suddenly Naruto felt a tug within the back of his head. Naruto realized what was happening. He closed his eyes and opened them to find himself in his mindscape. Now answer me. How do you know this name? Who told you this name? Only my siblings and my father called this. The Sage of the Sixth Path and the other Bijus. As Kurama's eyes widened. How do you know this? Tell me. I saw a dream. That is why you woke up like this. Yeah, I literally saw my whole life in front of me in a dream. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't. What do you mean you can't? I can't do this. I mean, I'm gonna lose a lot of people if I do this and go through this. I have to do something. You're gonna do what? What are you talking about? Naruto sat down and explained everything to him because he knew from the dreams that he could in the end trust Kurama. Up until to the point where he woke up. And that is how I woke up. I was laying there, one of my arm gone. Bloodied, beaten, exhausted, and tired. Drifting in and out of consciousness. As Kurama, after listening to this, thought of only two things. Either he was deranged, or he really did saw something. I know you're overwhelmed, kid, but I don't know what to say. Even if you try to do something or help, it could lead to the same future, but with different events. What? I just don't want to go through that. Look, I don't want to hurt you or use you as a weapon. To me, I saw you as a friend in the end, and I still consider that even if you don't, because I know at this point you still might hate me. I know, said Naruto. After his thoughts came together, I have an idea. What idea? I need to save up. I need to save up starting from now. And then we're gonna leave. Leave where? I will come up with a plan. Just stay quiet. As Kurama remained as such. Not like he could tell anyone, but he was intrigued. This boy saw the future somehow, for some reason. His whole life, and now he didn't want it to go through that? One cannot outrun his destiny. This poor boy doesn't know that, but I'm not gonna ruin that for him. And so Kurama closed his eyes and let Naruto be. 2 years went by in the blink of an eye. In the academy, Naruto still acted as such, not as a prankster or anything. They had toned down, much to the surprise of the Hokage as well as the villagers. Naruto, for some reason, has even gone less and less to Ichiraku ramen shop now, and was instead stocking up the cup ramen. When asked by Hiruzen why, Naruto said that he was kind of into cup ramen these days. Hiruzen realized this must be one of those weird Naruto phases, so he agreed to it. And finally 2 years passed by. Alright, I have saved up enough. I have enough supplies. All I need to do is find a suitable location. As Naruto began to look towards the map of the literal elemental nations that he has bought. Damn it, said Naruto, scratching his head. If I go anywhere, the Akatsuki or the other villages might try something. It's still too early. I can't go anywhere here. As Kurama, who was listening into this, seeing the boy's dedication, finally decided to speak. I didn't speak because I did not want it to make you lose hope, but one cannot run from his destiny. You are destined to do what you have told, if that is your future. And my dear boy, you cannot run from it. I will. I told Neji in my dream that our fate is something that we write with our own hands. We are not tied to it. What is written is set in stone. I don't believe in that. I am not gonna become some child of prophecy. I'm not gonna become some Hokage. I am not even gonna be here. I'm gonna run away. And that is when Naruto's gaze went towards a tiny small island in the map, away from the mainland of the elemental nations. What's this? What is this black area meaning? It means that land, like the mainland, is populated. But why go there? It's perfect. That is where we'll go. And so Naruto packed his stuff and then just dipped. He knew the ins and outs of these secret hideouts and bases and routes the shinobi took. He already had the experience in his mind, but not physically. Physically, he could only outrun the shinobis or try his best to hide from them because of the pranks from the past. So, using that to his advantage, he ran away and was able to come out of Konoha without being tracked or traced. He finally made it to the docks in the Land of Fire. There he boarded a ship that went towards the land. Kid, why in the hell would you go to an island? You know, that is a place where we rarely ever go, and that is to only give monthly supplies and so. You're just lucky that that is the time now. I'll be really grateful. What is that place called? That is called Tachibana Island. Tachibana? Because that is the first guy who went there and populated it. A stubborn old guy who said that if he can't have his own business here, he was gonna go and start somewhere far away. That place is good as dead. And boring. That is something I need. And so, that is where Naruto left. It took 6 hours by boat to travel there. 6 agonizing hours and a lot of turbulence. But once Naruto reached there, he smelled new beginnings. Afterwards, back in Konoha, days passed. Weeks passed, and then a month. And that is when Hiruzen noticed alongside Konoha, Naruto was nowhere to be seen. And Hiruzen began to wonder, where in the hell did that boy go? Some of the people began to start conspiracy theories that Naruto was trying to come up with something much more bigger than ever. Those who believed he was a demon were saying that the demon showed his true face and ran away. But Hiruzen knew the truth, and he knew something was deeply, very deeply wrong here. And so he went to check on Naruto's apartment. It was closed, and everything from within was cleaned out. His ramen shelves, his clothes, everything. Nothing was left there aside from the old stuff. Did he run away? Maybe, said some of the shinobis. I want you to do a sweep. And so, that is what they did. What was supposed to take hours turned into, again, weeks, days, and then a month. And then from 1 month to months. Hiruzen realized finally. Konoha realized that they lost their Jinchuriki. People began to wonder, why did he leave? Some were happy that he did, while the others were confused. They wanted to know the reason, and amongst them was Hiruzen's Harutobi, and he had called in his student, Jiraiya, and explained everything to him. So you're telling me after a lot of months have passed that he has ran away? Sensei, you could have prevented this. I tried to send you letters, but you had specifically told the toads that you should not be disturbed because you were researching, said Jiraiya, using his fingers to add quotes. Sorry about that. Go and find the boy, Jiraiya. We need to find him. It's already been enough of a long time. You're right about that. I also found out that Naruto is the child of prophecy from Gamamaru-sama. What? What are you talking about? Well, remember the prophecy I told you a lot of years ago? Well, before I came here, Gamamaru-sama told me that Naruto might need my help because he has been shown signs. Signs? Yes, signs about the future troubles, and has been told what he needs to do to awaken his destiny. Alright, go on, Jiraiya. Bring the dial of destiny and prophecy back then. Jiraiya went out with full confidence, but he began to lose it when he searched every corner of Land of Fire, Konoha, and the rest of the villages, even the other daimyo lands. He left no stone unturned, and it continued for years to no end. He was close to giving up hope while the rest have given up. Even Hiruzen has given up, because years have went by. But Jiraiya, he wasn't giving up. After looking carefully at the map, seeing that he has pinned down every location, went to every alley, every corner, and still no trace of Naruto was found, he decided to visit the only place that was left, Tachibana Island. So he boarded the ship and went there. And once he arrived there, he saw a few shops that were there for the locals. Seeing that he was from away, locals immediately realized this. And one of the locals came in front. Say, you're not from here, are you, mister? No, sir. I'm looking actually for someone named Naruto. Naruto? Well, I'll be damned. The boy lives over there and runs a small ramen shop. Best ramen, I might dare say so myself. A ramen shop? Of course, can you tell me where it is? And so, Jiraiya entered a small ramen shop that was there. Inside, locals were present, drinking sake and eating ramen. And there was a boy wearing chef clothes, cooking ramen, fresh. Order up 2 bowls of miso broth ramen with a lot of pork belly chops as well as some dumplings. Thanks, Naruto. You really do make the best ramen around here. You say that a lot, Tachibana-san, but I am the only ramen chef here. As Naruto, while giving and talking to customers, then met the gaze of Jiraiya, and immediately his eyes widened. He told Jiraiya with eyes to sit in a corner and presented him with a bowl of ramen. As Jiraiya was about to speak, Naruto said, "We can talk later after my closing hours. Can you wait?" Jiraiya nodded, and so he waited until night. Once Naruto was closed, he then said, "So what can I get you more?" "Nothing. I need some answers, Naruto. Can you please sit down?" "Yeah, I'm free now." And so Naruto sat down in front of him. "Look, I know before you begin that you have a lot of questions that you want answered." "Yeah, why did you leave, kid?" "You know how long it's been?" 6 years. 6 years since I left. I was 10 when I left. I'm 16 now." "Why? Why did you leave?" "Because I did not want to go through what I saw in that night, all those years ago." "What did you saw?" "I saw my whole life. I saw people dying, you dying. I wasn't strong enough to protect anyone. And I decided that I couldn't go through that, any of that. I am not someone who believes that my fate is written and set in stone. I am someone who makes my own fate. And this is your fate? A ramen shop in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, kid? You're gonna ruin your life and waste away. Then that is my decision. I'm happy here, peaceful. The people here love me. We have a little community here, and we are all like a family. And to be honest, that is all I ever wanted. But your fate and destiny, kid, you were destined for so much more. Destiny is something that I could give 2 shits about. I don't want to go through that pain, Jiraiya. I lost you already once, I can't lose you twice." As Jiraiya's eyes widened as he realized something, Naruto really might have seen a lot. He spoke like an old man who has seen war. "I've seen many very horrible things that you could never wish to see in your life. You don't know. And I don't want to go through that. I'm happy here." "Fine. I'll just return and tell them I don't know where to find you. I haven't went to the God-Sicken Tachibana Island. Just don't tell them you looked everywhere. There's still a Akatsuki out there." "Akatsuki?" "The mercenary group made out of S-Franklins. Their mission is simple, and that is to awaken the 10 tails. If there is no 9 tails, they would not be able to awaken it. All you have to do is get rid of Inkaku and Ginkaku. And aside from that, make sure you get Zetsu. Zetsu is the main root problem. He's the only Akatsuki member you need to capture and kill, or extract info from. You will get everything you need. Good luck, Jiraiya. That is all I can say." "Alright, kid. Are you sure you're happy here?" "Yeah. Why wouldn't I be?" "Alright, kid. Goodbye." "Goodbye, Jiraiya." And so Jiraiya left. Just like that. He boarded a ship, returned, and told Hiruzen that he too has given up. But from his spy network he has found out something interesting. And so, he started the conspiracy against Zetsu and the Akatsuki. Each and every movement was monitored, and Zetsu's especially. And there were a lot of signals and traces that made him even more suspicious amongst the other members. And that led to Jiraiya and his team to raiding him and arresting him. After a lot of mind sweeps from Inoichi and his Yamanaka technique clans, they were able to find out the cold harsh truth, something even far more dangerous. And they in the end sealed him away, locking him up in a prison he could not escape from for eternity. And he was forever to be forgotten. The other Akatsuki members, after finding out that Zetsu has been taken, tried to find him but could not find who took him, because there were no traces left. One after the other, the Akatsuki members began to disappear and wound up dead, or In a form, they were unconscious in front of the villages they belonged to. Their bounties collected, and they were put on trial or sent to blood prisons for eternity. One after the other. Akatsuki was handled. Now, Konoha had nothing to worry about. The Elemental Nation had nothing to worry about. And Naruto? He was still happy and fine in his small ramen shop in Tachibana Island. As Kurama there spoke to him, as he waited for customers because today was a slow day. Kid, I don't understand. Understand what, Kurama? You did all this, planned for this for years, and now you're running a boarding shop in the middle of nowhere? Yeah. You're happy? Yeah, of course I am happy. Like really? Yeah. I'm happy that I didn't get to become whatever that was. I'm happy I chose for myself. And I'm happy that I didn't hear any sad news or bad news. That could have happened. All I had to do was remove myself and everything fell apart. Yeah, I guess you really are quite unpredictable, as they say. I have really no words. But thank you though for choosing this. Because it not only saves me, but hopefully the others as well. That is why I did this, Kurama. That is why I did this. And that is when a customer came and Naruto went back to his normal life. A boring routine. Something he had wished for and gotten. And the Elemental Nation, they forgot about him and moved on. And Jiraiya, he remembered him though. A hero who never became one. As this is it where I will be leaving the story off, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, and follow me on my other channel as well. Look, I know this story was weird and kind of cliche-ish, but to be honest, it kind of makes sense. Like, if anyone saw something, a lot of losses and bad stuff was going to happen in their future, in my opinion, they would say, screw that, I'm not gonna go through that. And either they're gonna try to change stuff, which is gonna make stuff more even complicated because it will arise other problems, or they would just remove themselves from all the problems that are going to happen. Win-win situation in my opinion. So this is it for the day. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.